All right, here we go. It's Friday. I have some time before I go to work, so might as well start on another project, right? Just walked out of the house and it is crazy hot. Today's project, I've been wanting to do this for an extremely long time. As you saw from the thumbnail, yes, I think I found a way how you can lift these third gen 4runners, probably even the Tacomas. The 4runner does share the same platform as the two-door Tacomas, I think from 95 to 97, or give or take 98, 99, something like that, something to that fact. Anyway, my bright idea is to take the suspension from the stock suspension from the Tacoma, the 2016, and I'm going to put it on the third gen. My thinking and my theory is that it will lift the third gen 4 inches. Now, what I have currently on the third gen 4runner, this is about a 3.5 inch lift. Yeah, about 3.5. The way I achieved the 3.5 lift was you take the same year Tundra, so a stock 4-wheel drive Tundra, I believe it was whatever the same year this is, 98, 99. You take the stock shocks and stock 4-wheel drive springs. You put that into the third gen Tacomas and 4runners, it'll give you about a 3.5 inch lift. That's for the front. The rear, all you do is you buy the rear Toy Tech heavy duty springs. I'll show you that on my computer. The Toy Tech heavy duty springs for the rear, I think, is about $200, give or take. And you can probably get away with using the stock rear shocks from the Tundra. So that's my idea. We'll see if that works. But before I start, remember, I don't know what I'm doing. I never said I did. The way I'm about to do things is not the correct way. This is my way. This is just how I'm gonna do it. All right, so this is just the way I do things. It's not the correct way. Please do not follow what I do. Use this as knowledge, entertainment on what not to do, or if you had the same thoughts and ideas. Now I'm gonna show you guys a couple different ways on how to take apart the stock springs. Very unorthodox, very unsafe, very stupid. So do not copy me, or copy at your own risk. I don't know. First, let me get a measurement of the tires and wheels, tire and wheel clearance, see if it's gonna make a difference. The truck does have 17 by 9 Summit, the cars, stock offset, whatever you find at your local stores or on their website, that's what it is. I don't know the offset. I think it's like a minus 22, 25, 27. I don't know. It's the stock ones. It clears the 35s. I run on the streets. I run on the sand. Very light off-road. This is only a 2-wheel drive, so can't expect much. First thing, take some measurements. All right, looks like I have close to about 8 inches. I might show you guys how to do the rear, or how I did the rear. The rear is super easy on these 4runners, kind of. Yeah, I guess so. Let me grab my jack. I'll show you guys how I did the rear really quick, and then we'll hit the front. Okay, so with the tire off now, I can show you guys exactly how I did the rear. It's best to do, well, not best, but what I did was just one side at a time. I put a jack underneath the frame with a 4x4 post, me about 24 inches or so, jacked up one side at a time. First, I loosened the sway bar. So first I loosened the sway bar end links on both sides. Then I loosened the traction bar. It's gonna be hard to get to the top of the shock bolt. You can't even see it in here, but so you can't really see the top of the shock bolt. You just have to feel for it. If you have the stock shocks, more than likely you will have to cut it off or hold it with a vice grip and just crank the hell out of it, strip it, throw it away. Who cares? You're gonna change it anyway. Then loosen the bottom bolts on the shock, and I believe that's only a 17. Once you do all of that, you loosen everything on one side only, pull out the shock. The shock is what determines the drop, or the length of travel of the rear suspension. if you don't have a limiting strap on there. I may put a limiting strap on here, I'm not too sure. I believe, I don't know if I can see what model number this is. I don't know. Well, if I can figure out which model number these Bilsteins are, I will put it in the description. Okay, so after you've loosened one side at a time, each side would be jacked up. All I did was push down on on the wheel, drum, whatever, and the spring was able to pop out. It did help to loosen all both of the sway bar end links and the panhard bar. I found it easier to do it with the panhard bar loosened and dislocated or taken off, whatever, right? Some guys have done it with it on and they struggle a lot more. Another thing, if you want your 3rd gen 4runners to run halfway decently and to have a decent ride and proper articulation, I would highly suggest getting the drop down brackets. So the drop down brackets really helps. As you can see, my panhard bar is straight and level. With the panhard bar straight and level, that'll give you a better ride, better articulation off-road. Everything will be so much better. It's night and day. It's a night and day difference. I did take the kit to Daryl to have installed because it needs to be welded on, and he welded on some gussets which are pretty damn nice. I don't know if I can show you guys the gussets, but this is what it looks like. The ugly weld in back is not from Daryl. Only the welded gusset is from Daryl. A friend of mine did the back part of the drop down bracket, so that's why it looks kind of ugly. It works. All right, now time for the real part that's gonna make a difference is the front. So I'll put the tire back on and then I'll get on the front and show you guys my whole idea. Oh yeah, before I forget, for those that want the part number for the rear leaf springs, not leaf springs, but the rear springs, the Tacomas are so much easier. All you do is throw in an add a leaf or throw in a 2 or 3 inch block, whatever. It's so much easier, right? Let me go on the website and I'll show you what I found. All right, I don't know how well this will turn up, but here we go. Let's see, I went on Toytech's Toytech Lift website. Yes, for that one. Type in whatever year. I put 4runner 1999 rear suspension. Hit enter. Rear suspension, enter. And here's what popped up. Okay, here we go. Sometimes they're on sale. I got mine for way less than this when it was on sale, but here it is. Part number, whatever that is. And that's the HD, the heavy duty spring. The heavy duty spring, it says 3 inches, but it's actually gonna lift it about 3.5. The truck started off at 4 inches and it settled in about a year to about 3.5. And this is their regular light duty springs. Oh look, they even have the panhard bar drop down bracket. That's one of them. There's another one here someplace, I don't know, I forget. So that's that. Time to get the rear wheel back on and show you guys the front and my bright idea. So now that the tire is off, these things are super easy. The first thing I did was just loosen the sway bar end link. Then I'm gonna just take off the 3 nuts on the top of the shock. Then I'm gonna just take off the 19mm on the bottom. And that should be it. So I don't even know if I should waste my time lapsing this, but whatever. Let me just whack this off real quick. I'll be right back. All right, the shock is out, and here is the part number, I guess. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but whatever. So my theory is to use the stock Bilstein shock from the 2016 Tacoma. You can find the stock suspension for these Tacomas online, marketplace, whatever, for super cheap. Some guys are giving them away. I had these from my truck. Everyone might know someone that has a stock pair that are sitting around, and they might just give it away for free, or $50 or whatever, I don't know, right? So my plan is to take the Tacoma 2016 and up Tacoma shock and install it on the 3rd gen. I may decide to swap the springs over. The difference is only 1 inch. So from top to center of the eye, I'll measure the lifted one for the 4runner first. So first, from the top hat with that little spacer to the center is about 20 and a half. The stock Tacoma is 21 and a half. Well, 21 and a half. I did take a measurement. I mic'd the shock. I mic'd the spring. The spring is just a hair thicker, so I may swap this spring over. Now, the top hats are different as far as the bolt holes. I don't want to drill the frame of the truck. What I'm going to do, pop this off, put this top hat onto this one, but I'm going to take off the spacer, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to show you my method of taking off the springs. It will literally take me 10 seconds to pop off the springs. But putting the spring back on is a totally different thing. I did show my method once before, how to take the springs off, so I don't want to get any crap from anyone on how to do it. It's my way. I'm not going to show that. I don't want to get bitched at from everyone, so I'm going to do that off camera. Like I said, it takes 10 seconds for you to take off the top hats from each one. Let me do that and I'll be back again. You know what, the hell with it. If I get slack online, who cares? I just want to show that it can be done despite what the critics say. But remember, this is stupid. Do not do it this way. I am just showing you the way I do it, which is totally wrong. Or is it? Let's see. There you go, my way. Yes, flip-flop, slippers, whatever you want to call it. Do not do this at home. You're an idiot if you even follow what I do. But then again, are you? Anyway, time to swap out the springs. My plan is to take the springs from this one and swap it over to the swap it over to the Tacoma springs. The reason I'm doing that is I want to see if the ride is a little better. The ride with the Bilsteins, it's good, it's nice, but it's a little on the stiff side. It's great for flying turns and hitting hard stuff off-road, but regular street mannerisms and little high-speed small things on the sand, it is stiff and you bounce around a lot. So my plan is to have a little smoother ride. I only take the truck on the sand, so it's not a big deal. Let me swap those over and let's see what happens. All right, there we go. The whole process took about 15 minutes. And like I said, this is not the right way to do it. This is the absolute stupidest and wrong way to do this. But like I said, or is it? I don't know. I've been doing it this way for the past since I was 15 years old, working on trucks. Yes, I am in slippers, flip-flops, whatever. That's just my style. So, time to get this back in the truck, see if it works, and we'll go from there, right? Well, not everything always goes as planned, right? A lot of times things fail, and that's the only way I'm gonna learn, and that's the only way you guys are gonna learn. Here's the problem. The total shock length is 1 inch taller, right? So the hole is 1 inch off. Well, actually it's about 1.5 inches. Now with it that off, it's gonna put my lower control arm at an extreme angle. I'm not that guy. I don't like running around with my control arms bent freaking down, the upper and lower, and it's gonna look something like this. See how the upper one is bent down all the way? That's not good. The lower will be bent down just the same. Yes, I can probably run with it like that, but I don't want to do that. That defeats the whole purpose. So, time to throw everything back to the original how I had it. Damn it. I did think of a way how this could still work. There is a way. I need to get a real drop down bracket or drop down crossmember lift kit, whatever, either the Rough Country or the Fabtech, and it will lower the front control arm. If the front control arm and the whole front crossmember comes down, it'll be at a parallel angle. Then I can put the shocks in. At that time, I should get about a 4.5, 5 inch lift, give or take. I don't know. But so much for that. So I still have an idea as far as how or what I'm gonna run in this truck. I'm on the fence, I'm not too sure yet. I still might swap out the whole suspension, not suspension, just the coilovers on the Tacoma. And I may put something different on this truck, but I need a real lift. I need a real 6 inch lift. So I may go with Rough Country. I don't know. I don't like their knuckle. Rough Country's knuckle has that big stupid grenade. The problem is that everybody that runs those ends up breaking. A friend of mine that does have that nearly got into an accident and killed his family. So don't want to do that. The only other alternative is to go with Fabtech. The only problem is that the Fabtech is really, really pricey, but you do pay for what you get. Anyway, let me go figure this out. I'll be right back. That means that I need to put everything back. It's a good thing I only did this one side. No harm, no foul. Does it go like that? I don't know. Anyway, it's hot. I'm dying. I'm gonna throw everything back the way I had it, and I'll be back again. Okay, well, everything is back together. See? I don't know about you guys, but I love it when things go wrong, when I fail. Now hear me out. It's only a failure if you do not learn from it. It's a win if you take your failure and realize where you went wrong and learn to apply it in the future. So that's why I love failing at things, because it's going to make me that much smarter the next time. Damn it. Kind of sucks though. Anyway, one good thing with this failure is that I get to drive the 34 again. Okay, so I do have a project hopefully I'm gonna try to get to within the next week or so. I want to swap out the suspension, yes, again, on the Tacoma. I'll explain my whole reasoning for that later on. Before I end the video, I need to go and check out a car meet right now. I'm gonna try to see if I can put the for sale sign in and see what happens. So I'm gonna take the 34 and we'll see what happens. I might do some filming down there, go for a little cruise. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Damn, there's a lot of cars. All right, let's go take a look. All right, it's kind of noisy. This camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna use my phone for just a little bit. I'm back home. There's a lot of cars. I didn't really film a lot, but there's a lot more cars than that. It was fun driving the 34 again. So let's end the video there. I am tired. I am dead tired. So once again, thanks everybody. Oh, and it was really cool to meet some of the people that actually watched my videos. That was freaking awesome. I will check you guys out again on my next project. I am dead tired, like I said. I'll see you guys on the next one.